Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video I'm going to take you foraging with me so we can get some fresh evergreens and other things so we can make a beautiful fresh Christmas wreath. And I'm also going to make garlands. So I want to get enough so I can have a nice Christmas wreath and a garland. So the things I'm looking for are different kinds of evergreens. We want our basics. I want some short needle pine, long needle pine, and maybe some sticks and twigs, maybe berries if we get lucky, but just things that are interesting, and then a few different kinds of evergreens. So let's go pick some. All right, here's our first one. I'm just gonna cut sizes that are big enough, and then I can also cut into smaller pieces. Gosh. Isn't that pretty? One other thing I want to mention is it's really important to get evergreens that have already been frozen, because if you cut them before they've had a freeze, the needles are going to fall off faster. So these are more of a flat leaf. They're not as fluffy as these. So it's going to give us another evergreen texture. And these are so soft and pretty. I'm just taking a few pieces from different trees because I don't want to leave any of the trees bare. It smells so good. Look at that. Pretty texture. Love it. And then these have a little bit of a longer needle. It's so pretty together. I love these red branches because they're going to give our wreath texture and interest. So beautiful. So I'm going to start grabbing these. These are exactly what I was looking for. Nice long needles. Dripping on me. I found these. I thought they were interesting, kind of pretty. Don't know if I'll use them or not, but I think they've got that dark chocolate brown. They might be that color because they're soaking wet, but it doesn't hurt to grab them. And then these have like interesting little buds on them. I thought they could provide some really good interest in there. Another option. I had high hopes for these. They looked so pretty, and that red orange color was going to be perfect, but they look a little rotten, so I'm not going to use them. I'll just leave them for the birds. These actually look better, so I'm going to grab just a handful. I'm excited because they're so pretty. All right, we just got back and I have brought all my greens into my wreath room and it is very crowded. So I added a bunch to this bin. I can add some water in the bottom too if I'm taking too long. And then I've got a bunch more on the table. Like I got a bunch of everything. Let me just show you basically what I got. I got these brown kind of seed head things. They're wet, but I'd like that dark brown color. I think it's pretty. Got some long needle pine. Then I got these. They've got little buds on them. I thought they were interesting. And then I got some like red stems. And then I got these other stems that are kind of a reddish color as well. They're just a little more busy. I thought those were fun. I'm going to make a wreath right now here on the table. And then in the next video, I'm going to show you a garland that I'm going to make with this fresh greenery as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss when I post the next video. I think you're going to love it. I also have these. I've got a lot this size And I'm going to be cutting them up smaller as well, so they're easier to work with. Well, just lots of different kinds of evergreens. Then I have some that have more of a flat look. These are just such a staple, so beautiful. These are easier to work with because they're soft. They're not as pokey as some of the other evergreens like these. These are a little bit pokey, but they're a little bit of a shorter needle. And I did end up getting some of these orange berries. I think they're really pretty. The berries do fall off really easily, so we'll see how long these last, but I just thought the color was so pretty. Last year when I did a video like this, I used rose hips for my front yard that were basically the same color. So I thought it'd be fun to try something different, and then if these don't work out, I can always swap them out for some rose hips or some fake berries. I've got lots of those. It smells so good in my wreath room right now. Oh, I love it. I'm not used to working with real stuff. And then I went in my backyard and grabbed some boxwood. I'm not going to use this on the garland, probably just the wreath, I think. Well, I guess I can always go pick more if I want to use it on the garland. But I thought this would be a nice break from all the evergreens, break it up a little bit, and it dries beautifully. So this is going to work great. And then I have a 14-inch grapevine. This is actually one that came in the box that was more on the smaller end. I would say this is 12 inches, and it's really, really thin, which is perfect for this. If I had a regular sized 14-inch grapevine, I'd be splitting it in two, which is what I did last year when I made a wreath from forage materials. I like having a thinner grapevine wreath base for this. I'm also using some floral wire. This is 24 gauge. We're going to be wrapping these evergreens onto the base. So now we're going to prep some of the greenery, and by some, I'm going to leave a bunch in my bin down here because I'm not going to need it all for the wreath, and I have a small table. So I'm going to prep my greenery and make it into smaller size piles. I'll make piles of the same evergreens, and then I can grab from those piles to make individual bundles, and we will use those bundles to wrap around the wreath. So I've got a mixture of some medium length long needle pine and then some really long needle pine. Put those in separate piles. Now we're going to prep our grapevine. I'm not worried about taking the leaves out at all because I'm going to be wiring everything. So the first thing you do is you just take your floral wire and attach it to the grapevine. I just wrapped it around, and then I'm twisting it so it's nice and secure. And then you just wrap it however you're going to be wrapping, whatever direction you want to wrap your florals in, whatever direction you want to wrap your greenery. So now I'm going to start with my base. I kind of made these pretty large, but whatever size bundle you make, you want to make sure they're even all the way around the wreath. Make the same size bundles for this whole wreath. And if you make bigger bundles, it's going to be a bigger wreath, smaller bundles, smaller wreaths. So keep that in mind when you start. So I wanted to start with a pretty small base because I know my bundles are going to be kind of large. So I'm just grabbing different kinds of evergreens like that. So once I have my bundle, I'm going to wrap very tightly because these will shrink a little bit as they dry. So you want to wrap as tight as you can. Now we're going to make another bundle, and we're going to overlap that behind the previous one. I'm going to add some berries on this one. I'm going to try and do 5 berries, 5 berry clusters for this wreath. So I just want to make sure they're spaced evenly. I like starting with my largest, most spread out, because look how nice that fills in everything. Isn't it beautiful? So I start with that and then I build on it. Let's see how these look. It's pretty. I'll add in one of these. I love the texture. These berries are a little heavy, so I'm actually going to place them under these twigs just to hold them down a little bit. You could also add extra wire later, but sometimes if you just put something heavy in front, that will help. My husband and my boys are putting up Christmas lights outside right now, and I can see them through my front window. I love it. It feels so Christmassy around here today. This is the wreath so far. Isn't that gorgeous? These berries really pop. I love them. I was supposed to put my boxwood in there. I'll do a smaller one. No worries if you forget something. You can always just tuck it in. There. It's going to be a very fluffy wreath, which is fine by me. I have so many evergreens. Just have to make sure I don't cover up my berries too much. Then I'm going to put my other sticks in. I'm just going to tighten this a little bit and then put my other sticks in. These with the brown. So cute. It's so woodsy and natural. Weave the stem around the berries so it's not covering them up, but it's holding them down still. This is looking so good. I started making really thick bundles, I've noticed. I might have to thicken it up at the end over here. But it's all fun and games until we get to the end. Those last couple bundles are kind of difficult. have, holy moly, okay, it needs a little bit right here. So what I'm gonna do is bring this wire over to that part and add a few more things just to fill it out. It's not even in that closing spot. I just made it a little thinner there. Got long needle pine there, that's good. And I needed to add one of these there anyway. So I'm just adding a little extra there. Then we should be good to go. I'm going to wrap this a whole bunch of times. So I'm holding it tight, and then I'm just going to weave it into a good spot, like where this grapevine's sticking out a little. And I'm just going to make that go around the spot until the wire is nice and secure. You can even loop it around itself to make sort of a knot. But I only need it to last through Christmas. That is a lot of greenery. Holy cow, look at this wreath. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, I gotta figure out where I want to hang it from. Oh, I love it. So pretty. And if I should add a bow, I might just hang it from some red ribbon like I did last year. I like this bright red ribbon because it really goes with these orange berries. So all I'm going to do is make a place for this wreath to hang. And I'm just going to push this through, make a knot. This is way more simple than you can imagine. Doesn't have to be perfect for anybody else. So I'm just making this loop around the base, and I'm just going to make a knot under it, and I'm not going to tighten it. And so that loop where it's kind of loose around the base is where I'm going to tie, or where I'm going to hang the wreath from. All right, I am going to go hang this on the door. This is what the back looks like. And here's the front. You can put the ribbons behind or in front, or you can add a bow if you like. I'm going to do it this way for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought of the wreath, and if you're going to go forage something and make a fresh wreath yourself. And I'm going to go hang this on the door, and I will show you what it looks like. All right, bye.